Hey, I'm back again today with another shopping trip. Actually, I don't know, it was a number of shopping trips. And now that I've discovered that Marshalls and TJ Maxx are such great places to find makeup, I have been back to the Marshalls that's across the street from my grocery store because it's really convenient to do that. now Ernesto's with me. So I've been there a number of times, but I haven't always bought something when I went there. But I have bought a few things on some of the trips. And the first one I had taken, where I bought something, was I got a TJ Maxx Marshalls credit card, and then you can sign up and get TJX rewards. And I guess a few times a year they have member mornings. I just happened to, time it right. They open up the store early, and only the TJ Maxx rewards members can come in and shop. And they have a drawing, like for the first 50 people got this bag for a cooler bag. I'm not really sure what I would do with it, but maybe it'll be good for the pool this year. And then you fill out a card, and they did drawings every once in a while, like every 20 minutes. And because I was the first person in the store, I was the only person in the little basket for the first drawing. So I got a $10 gift card, which I used that day. And it's been fun. Oh my gosh, stop it. My dog is loving on these tags that are attached to one of the last things I'm going to show you. But okay, stop. Just stop. All right? You don't need it. You don't need that tag. Okay? If you like shopping vicariously, like I do, when somebody else is spending money, stick around, see what I got, see if any of these are the types of things you'd like to find on deals. And at the end, I've got some larger things that aren't technically beauty related, but I can't really do them. They're too big for the hands down thing. So enjoy, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you after I show you everything. The first little item we've got is this new Sigma eyeshadow palette. It's the Fiery palette, and look how beautiful those are. Very warm, fiery palette. And since I like warm, fiery colors, it should be nice. This is the first Sigma palette I've bought. So, yay! Next, there was a Morphe palette. It's 9W, Smoke and Shadow. And here's this one. It's more cool toned. It's got a very light bluish gray and a medium bluish gray. And then neutrals go with it. Along with silvery shade. It's really pretty. I think the silver in my Going Platinum album from Morphe is better, but we'll see. We'll compare them later. The next thing I got was a cream bronzer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one was on clearance for $7. It was in pristine condition. That first swipe is one I made, and then I put the lid back on it. They had another one that was cooler, but it was a lot darker, and I just really didn't think it would work well. So this one's warmer, but I don't see it reading orange at all, which is what I have to, you know, kind of guard against. So, pretty. So, yeah, this one was on clearance for $7. The Sigma palette was their regular price of $14.99, and the Morphe palette was $6.99. Next we have a quick switch from Morphe. I have a really inexpensive one from e.l.f., but this one has a much finer, whatever that is in the middle, to clean off your brushes during an eyeshadow application. It's not a wash, it's just to help clean it off. And this one was $3.99. Okay, this eyeshadow palette I really couldn't ignore, because a couple years ago my youngest son and I started making macarons at Christmas time instead of making our traditional Christmas cookies. And if you've ever made macarons, you know they're a lot of work. And if you never have, they're a lot of work. But they're so beautiful, and everybody loves them. Everybody loves to get them as presents, because if you went to buy macarons, they're really expensive. So this palette is by Amoros. It called to the baker inside me. And just like our macarons, there's a lot of different colors and textures. So it should be fun this year, the spring and summer. And it was just too cute. I couldn't ignore it. And it was $7.99. Now the next thing I got was a little weird. I've got everything kind of piled up precariously here today because I'm having trouble getting the camera to stay at this angle. But the next thing was this Precision Beauty Spa Collection Deluxe Silicone Pore Scrubbers. So you've got texture on this for scrubbing your face, and a place to put your fingers on the back while you're scrubbing. And it was just $3, so I thought it would be fun to try. So, not actually makeup, but, you know, a skin-related product. This one is by Rude, and one of the reasons I got it was because earlier this year I ordered a couple of palettes by Rude, and they were horrible. I mean, some of the shades were nice, but they had the most obnoxious glitters in them. They would glitter everywhere for days. And so I wanted to give Rude another try. They had this palette, and they had another one with yellow packaging. But this is a Peanuts in this is a Rude in collaboration with Peanuts. And this is Shades of Peanuts. It's described as a cool toned palette. I'm not sure I would really call it cool toned, but maybe it is. It seems more like neutral. I don't know. I guess it's neutral with cool and warm shades in it. But this is their cool tone palette, and have not taken the covering off it yet. But if I end up not liking it, I'm sure one of my granddaughters were. And, you know, I like it when the packaging for palettes come in these sleeves instead of boxes, so it's easier to store it without getting in and out of a box. Okay, the next palette is by Minted. I vaguely remember hearing about this company, but I couldn't remember anything about it. This is the Every Night eyeshadow palette. And this is a more rosy toned palette, but it's got a black in it. I don't really want to try bending the lid back all the way, but it does bend back enough to give you an angled work surface. You can see that last kind of rosy copper colored shade. These have names on the shades, but it's in such little lettering I can't read it. That palette was $12.99. I paid a little more for that one, but because I was pretty sure I'd heard of that company before. Okay, then we got into fingernail polish. This is the OPI Mini Mani gift set. It comes with 4 shades: Alpine Snow, Bubble Bath, Big Apple Red, and Lincoln Park After Dark. So it's a white, a pale pink, a red, and a black. Now, I do have a lot of reddish, orangish, salmonish colored fingernail polish because that's usually what I've worn, but I hadn't had a black, and I hadn't had a baby pink, and I hadn't had a white. I don't think. I mean, I might have one from another brand. But this set of 4 costs $9.99, but I know I like OPI. It's the brand I'd always used until this last month or so, because I had seen the fingernail polish at TJ Maxx before, but I didn't really like any of the shades they had. And I didn't see them at Marshall's until one of these recent trips. And this was an Orly manicure keeper. So it's got a base coat and a quick dry top coat. And some of the new shadows I've gotten are Orly, or I think they're Orly, or they're Orly are in my basket someplace, I think. This set was $12.99. And I thought that was a good deal for both the top coat and a sticky bonding coat. I'm having trouble talking today. It started going crazy with the fingernail polishes. They had a lot of pretty shades of OPI in shades I didn't have before. This first one is Elephantastic Pink. I love the way OPI does their names of their colors. They're always a play on words. This looks like a pink copper. No, that's not it. This is Elephantastic Pink. It's just a cream, pure, medium pink. The next one is called Worth a Pretty Penny, like the pasta, not the coin. And it is like a pinkish copper. Flax on the Beach is more along the shades I usually wear. I probably have a lot of shades similar to this, but I remember the names of all my OPI polishes, and I do not have this one. So this is Flax on the Beach. Next one is Baby Take a Vow. So instead of taking a vow, you're gonna make a promise. So I guess this would maybe be a good wedding color for the bride. It's a nice baby pink. Then we've got Lucky Lucky Lavender. And I do not have any lavenders anywhere close to this color. I have kind of a mauve-y color, but I think it's going to be better for winter. But this is definitely springtime. Very pretty. This one is also more like colors I would normally wear, except it's a little pinker. This one's called Tutti Frutti Tonga. You'll see all of these in action sooner or later on my videos. This one's called I'm Yacht Leaving. I guess because it's like a nice sea turquoise, and the knot is the word yacht instead. So, very fun. This one is Love You So Munchkin. It's a glittery gold. I don't think I've bought any glittery colors until this year, so we'll see how that goes. Bikini Boardroom. Another lavender, but more like actual purple. It looks like it's got kind of a pearlized finish on it. This next one is Sanding in Stilettos, and this is the color I put on this morning. I don't know, the jury's still out on how much I like it. It's very shiny. So I think I'm gonna have to wear it a couple days before I decide if I like it or not. It was also hard to get full coverage with 2 coats. This finger, pointer finger, I had to do 3 coats. And now looking at it, I should have done 3 coats on some of the other fingers, but I don't really want to redo it because I'm not sure I'm gonna love it. So that is Sanding in Stilettos. Then this was another OPI polish, but it's one I don't think I've ever used. It's called Infinite Shine 2. And this is in the color Coastal Sandway. This is lighter than what I usually wear. It's kind of just like a nice beige color, I guess. But I'm not really sure what the Infinite Shine 2 reference is to. Oh, maybe I should have held this one up at the end. But this is Beano the Jute storage baskets in extra small. It's a set of 5 of them. I think I'm going to use them to separate what I need for different videos, so I've got everything together. And they're just little nesting baskets of a good size for putting makeup in, I think. The last of the little things I got, this set of a dozen rainbow silicone food cups. I want to use these to hold like my collection of eye primers, because they're so little. They're always getting lost in with the eyeshadows or something else. And it would be also good to keep like the sample size mascaras in one, the sample size face primers in one, all those little things that just keep getting lost in the melee. And then if I end up not using them all or not using them for long, they are for baking, so I can use them to make cupcakes or to serve dip in. That's what the picture has them doing, serving dip. But for me, they're going to hold little things of makeup. Oh, there is one more. Almost forgot. It's over here. This is a Kaja Whipped Dream liquid eyeshadow. The colors for eyes and cheeks. It is a Korean brand I had heard of, but I didn't know a lot about, and I'd never owned anything from. And I got this one in the color 03 Rose Macaron. I mean, that day really did macarons for me. So it's got a little applicator. Oh, it's got kind of a nice moussey liquid texture. It went on really smooth with the applicator. This is that color, it's kind of a terracotta rose, I think. But pretty. Oh, and it blends out extremely easily. I guess we'll have to wait until it dries to see if it actually sets down. But I think they're supposed to. Okay, so let's switch back to the face view. Okay, so a couple of those last items were kind of big, and so I'm not really sure if they showed up very well. But these are those little silicone cooking cups. So they'll be great to kind of corral samples and minis that I've been trying to use up. And then this is the set of those nesting baskets. There was, I think, 5 in the set. I'll put it in there. So those are a nice set. I want to use those to corral everything I need for doing a video. And then once that video is done, I can put all that stuff away. So it's an organizational thing. So now on to things that I didn't show you because they were too big. This is the Onyx Professional Island Coconut Scent Fast Drying Spray for your fingernail polish. Now I've got a quick dry top coat, but sometimes you just need a little extra help. And it was only $3.99, so I thought I would try it. Stop it. Oh my gosh. He's gonna drive me insane today. And now you got dog slobber all over this. And you knocked the papers out of it. Okay. I guess I'll just hold it under my arm until we're done. Okay, so I had to change out the battery. The next item is definitely not beauty related, but when you're standing in line to check out and they corral you through that long aisle of stuff you don't need, but you like looking at, I found this mug, okay? Now, I almost always just use one mug. It's a big one, and I usually wash it out by hand because I don't want to put it in the dishwasher long enough for it to get washed. So this one says, I'm going to law school, from the Legally Blonde movie. And on the other side it says, what? Like it's hard? It says Legally Blonde. And since I was a lawyer before I retired, this one just like screamed at me. And it's nice and big, so I got me a new big coffee cup. And this one was $6.99. I don't know how much of a deal it was, but I really wanted it, so I got it. Okay, so the next thing I had gotten was this large metal cup. It's made in Portugal. It's pretty big. I think it'll be great for holding some types of makeup. I'm redoing a section in my Florida room here with shelving behind me instead of being in front of the door that goes inside. And so I'm having to find some ways to put things out that are attractive looking. And I just really love this. I guess it's from the company Salampos. And it was expensive. It was $12.99, but it's huge. I I really like it. It's very substantial. So even if I end up not using it for makeup, I'm sure I can find some other use for it. Okay, the one thing I'm definitely going to use for makeup is I got this large ceramic bowl, cup, container, whatever it is. I had seen one similar to that that's smaller and costs a lot more on Amazon, but I just hadn't been able to bring myself to buy it. But this one was $7.99, and I'm planning on using it to hold all my large makeup brushes. Not the ones for the eye, but all the other bigger ones for the face. And I just thought it was really cute. You can tell how big it is. I mean, it's like almost as big as my head, so it should hold brushes well. And then the last thing I got was running out of places to put things. Okay, so the last thing I got was this Martha Stewart garden tote with a pair of polyester gardening gloves. So it is super sturdy and it's large and it's got big pockets. I mean, there's the gloves. I got this because I need help moving makeup stuff between the different places where I use it. When the weather's nice, I put my makeup on out in the Florida room here where I'm filming right now. When it's not nice, I put it on in my bathroom or my kitchen, and I guess once in a while in the living room. But the tote I've been using is too small. It doesn't carry everything that I want to move from room to room. You know, so you've got an assortment of brushes, eyeliners, pencils, primers, you know, whatever. So it wasn't big enough, but this one will be plenty big. And it was on sale for $16.99. Again, I'm not really sure if this was a good deal or not, but it was the actual perfect size and really sturdy for what I was wanting, what I'd been looking for. So that's the last of those things. If you hear a funny sound in the background, today it's not construction. It's my dog scooting an empty box around the cement floor, trying to get a good hold of it so he can chew a corner. But hopefully the music will drown that out. So that's it. That's all my shopping trips. You know, did you find any things that you want to run to your Marshalls and see if they have in stock? You know, I don't know, sometimes you have to look through things a while because some of the products like that Sigma eyeshadow palette, they had 3 or 4 of them, but this was the only one that was in pristine shape. And so, you know, that's the one I picked. So, I mean, you have to look around sometimes, and oh my gosh, all those pretty shades of fingernail polish. I'm so excited. This is that newest color I got, which I haven't really decided if I like. It's really shiny. I mean, I like peach colored, salmon colored nail polish, but I don't know. It's really shiny. So what do you think? What do you think? Does it look like, am I the wrong age for this? Does it make me look older or does it make me look stupid? I don't know. Leave a comment and let me know what you think of this fingernail polish. So I've got plenty other ones to choose from if this one doesn't work out. And I have 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws. I can always give them the stuff that I'm too old for. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I'm inching up in the number of subscribers, like 1 at a time, but I think I'm up to 9 now, which is so awesome. And I I hope I can start getting some audience participation so that I have a better idea of what you like and what you want. I kind of go by how many views I get as to how many people like what type of content, but you know, I'm not really sure where to go on my other videos. It seems like my buying spree videos do pretty well, but that's not all I want to do. For one thing, my budget won't let me go shopping all the time. But if you have any suggestions for future videos you'd really like to see, or topics you'd like to see addressed, I mean, I've got all those over 60, you know, skin problems that I'm dealing with, and well, okay, let's call them challenges. Skin challenges, because they're not all problems, they're just challenges. But if you're new here, please hit subscribe. You made it all the way through this long video and you're still here. You might as well subscribe. And join us when we come out with new ones. I haven't been putting out very many the last couple of weeks because I've been really busy with reorganizing and I don't know what. But Ernesto, yeah, you, stop, okay? Just stop. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for thinking about subscribing. And keep looking in your silver mirror. Make yourself healthy, make yourself happy, and I will do the same. And see you next time on My Silver Mirror. Bye.